Going live on TikTok.
I want to stuff these little pink feet
What are we
paws.
playing today?
Ooh, what are we playing?
What has been...
Repo. We could play Repo.
Is it...
Capital R.
Is it possible to do games that aren't released?
We can play Marathon.
We can play Marathon. It's a hot button topic right now. What should we call it? Chill day?
Back at it again. Yeah. Stuffing these feet paws is like so weird after stuffing so many of our standard feet paws for so long.
Wait, actually, I'm ending that real quick because Marathon's under NDA, so
Oh.
we'll do Repo.
Repo.
Get immediately taken down by Bungie.
No, Bungie, please. We're memeing. We're joking.
You're welcome.
All right, here we go. Then I'll pull up. We have Restream, and then, yeah, Restream is the one that we pull up on this one.
And then we are live over here.
What's
People
the gang
are joining
saying?
in. Hello, everyone.
We're getting logged in so we can perceive you.
Thank you.
And then need to connect. All right. We're connected through this. We're live on everything. Should be good to go.
There we go. You're in. There's chat for you. Hello. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Twitch. We're getting our TikTok pulled up right now. So that way we can see everyone simultaneously.
What are these connected to? I'm hearing you. Okay, there we go.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Let me attempt to turn this down, but that literally never works.
Today is Thursday, which is strange.
Not the usual time.
Not the usual.
I'm gonna just steal a good chunk of this. Can we scooch him?
Hmm?
Can we scooch him?
Oh yeah, scooch him. Do it.
I don't want him to leave the TikTok frame. So let me know how that looks.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Sick.
Welcome to the party, Dino Lolly Studios. We got some fun stuff hooked up on our TikTok stream. And I think, yeah, we're all hooked up. It's working. We're ready to go.
I'm gonna ping
Beautiful.
our Discord.
We have all of, like, when you guys tap the screen on TikTok, the likes will pop up on the screen. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. Do you ladder stitch the ears after? Yes, we leave an opening on the side of the ears, and that helps us do the gluing portion of it, and then we close it up on the sides at the end. It has been so long since we've done slim feet paws. How are you guys? We're doing really good. We're doing really good. We were trying to stream yesterday and had some weird technical difficulties, but thankfully we got everything situated this morning and we are back to rocking and rolling. And while we normally do our Wednesday stream once a week, we felt bad that we couldn't get it rolling, and so we hooked her up today. I'll like prop up my phone because I'm waiting for a text message, and my option is like to keep my notifications on. Yo, thank you for the heart me. Mwah, we super appreciate you. We super duper appreciate you, Mr. Golden. Thank you so much. I can't wait to commission you guys. I'm so close to the amount saved up. Yeah, that's so hype. Congratulations. Your opinion on blah, 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 sorry. In your opinion, is how fabric's good fur? Yes, like overarchingly, yes. There are some luxury shags that they have that I find to be hit and miss, but when it comes to stuff like their fox fur and their teddy fur, it's chef's kisses. So nice. And I will say a lot of their luxury shags are also very, very nice. There is a small handful that were produced by a company called Shannon Fabrics that they source through, I believe, that are just not my fave.
How's everyone's week been so far? Do anything fun? It's kind of hard to say.
What's the most unique
Spruce
animal suit
beans.
you've made? We made an okapi a while back, and I think that was pretty funky and cool. What spruce beans have to say?
How long does it take you guys to make feet paws? We have a whole bunch here right now, so they're ready at the stuffing stage. So it's kind of hard to say, but if need be, I'm sure we could bust out like an individual pair.
Yeah,
quite
if we needed
quickly,
to
but
do one set of feet paws, let's call them indoor and with claws, probably a full day of work, and that'd be all somebody is doing in the office. Furry, yeah.
Congrats, you're on to us.
You got us. I thought they'd never find out. I thought we were good. I thought we were safe. Yo, thank you guys for all the likes. We super appreciate it. It helps us get push in the ever turbulent algorithm here on TikTok, but also on YouTube and Twitch as well. When will you guys open up for commissions? So I know my saving deadline. As of right now, we do not have a timeline for commission openings. I'm taking a little break after I finish my existing set of commissions, because I want to invest a little bit more time into working on developing educational content and working on learning some new skills and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, I'm not wearing my ears. No wonder I feel naked. Can you grab me a pair of ears? Thank you. And so at this time, we don't have a estimated date, but follow us on all of our social media platforms, and as soon as we know, you guys will also know. Yes, the fees for ordering fur when you're out of the United States are rough, and now even if you're in the United States, because of tariffs, they're also going to be rough. I love the head. Is it a commission? This is actually a pre-made that we've been back burner working on since last October. I fix my ears. They're all fucky. Hang on. Get them centered on my noggin. Normally I do this before stream. Okay, that one's good. All right, those look correct.
Sarah,
Yes.
do you guys make dogs?
What's a dog? Yeah, we do make dogs. We make all of the creatures. Hello again, Anti-Furry. Welcome to the party. It's nice to see you.
And we will throw out the instant warning, anti-furry's cool.
They're
everyone.
nice.
Yes,
They're nice,
do not,
I promise.
Do not be rude.
This one keeps sliding down. Oh, I think it's because it became unclipped from the thingy. It did. Shoop. All right, there we go. I'm why does
Hello,
it feel
Louie
funky?
Fox. Moonlit Fangs, hello. Willow. Shout out to Tiny. I'll put your name on screen.
Oh, hi, Tiny.
Hi, Tiny.
Nice to see you.
Guys, say hi to Tiny.
We love you, Tiny. Ah, I'm
Spruce
struggling.
Beans is here.
I normally do this in the mirror. Oh no, I'm so sideways.
Got Bandit here. Kyrie the Menace is back. Ukulele Wolf, hello. Candy Wolf Creations. Fuzzbird.
having a rough time. I still feel like those are like uneven. Jeez.
I'm gonna type that into translate. I have no idea what you're saying.
There we go. There we go. Success. Oh.
What do you guys want to win Anime of the Year?
Ooh, yeah. So what are all of the ones that are in Anime of the Year? I know it's Solo Leveling, Kaiju number 8, Delicious in Dungeon, Apothecary Diaries, Delicious in Dungeons, Freerin, and
Solo Leveling.
I already said Solo Leveling. I've got Solo Leveling, Delicious in Dungeon, Don. That's the other one. I will say I have not watched Solo Leveling or Kaiju number 8 all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces via my boyfriend. But I have watched the other ones. I think I'm almost done of Apothecary Diaries, or like almost done. But I think, my personal opinion is I think Freerin should win. That was a really revolutionary anime. I mind when I first saw it.
What do I think is gonna win? I think it is truly between Don and Solo Leveling.
Okay.
I think those have gotten very popular, and Don just blew up. It was very trendy, so I could see a lot of people going for the votes on that. I want Solo Leveling to win.
Who gets to decide Anime of the Year?
It's a good question. I think it's probably just votes. Is it?
Hey, Darby, could you acquisition me a brushy brush of moderate size and not the blue and green one, because I hate it. I like the little blue handle one, like the dark blue handle, if that is somewhere.
I don't know where it is.
But I will take anything but the other
this
one.
And I will search for it.
Good place to start.
It's a combination of fan votes and panel judges. Panel
Okay.
judges contribute 70% of the vote, and fan votes count for the 30%.
Yo, thank you for the donut. We super duper appreciate it.
Who are judges? And it begins.
Yo! Thank you. We appreciate the gift. Thank you so much.
Can I find out who the judges are?
Are you guys doing commissions currently? Currently, no. We do not have commissions open at the moment. One sec. I think I have a setting that is overriding my other settings. Actions and events. Yeah, I think I wanna dump this one. Yes. Okay, cool. I fixed her thing. I love some shark tails. We really want to do like a shark tail design. It's definitely high on our list of tail patterns we would like to make and release. I love your studio. Thank you so much. We also love our studio. It is pretty exciting to be able to hang out here every day, and I feel like I'm so lucky that my job is just do arts and crafts with my best friends.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. Can't really complain, you know?
Where can I buy your fursuits? I'm interested. That is a really great question. So right now we aren't open for custom commissions, nor do we have any pre-mades for sale. Most generally, our pre-mades are taken to conventions with us. And right now we are trying to noodle through a way that they can be pre-purchased. So we're working on that. We're dealing with that because I would like to allow people to preemptively purchase our pre-mades before they arrive and are sold at cons. So that gives an opportunity for people who may not be there to purchase them. Still working on that part, but you can get pre-mades at cons at the moment, and then commissions we're not currently open. If you are interested in our pricing, I do not know all of it off the top of my head, but if you go to spiltgrapesoda.com, I have all of the information there. We have a cool price calculator that I worked like really hard putting together with my website guy and another artist. So yeah, if you go to our website, spiltgrapesoda.com, you can check out all of those details.
And if you're interested in just fursuit parts, you can order those online.
Yeah, we do have super crazy fast turnaround times on custom fursuit parts where you can get them shipped out from us in like a month or less. We do tails, we do feet paws. At the moment, we're not offering hand paws, but I think in the future we very well could, because we have, multiple hand paw patterns now that we offer. Why don't you put your website in your bio? It is in my bio, but TikTok is a bitch, and it appears for some people and doesn't for others. And so I guarantee you there's someone else in chat right now that can see my website linked in my bio, and others that cannot. That's very frustrating for me.
It surprises me how popular TikTok is with how poorly it's run.
I don't know why my link appears for some people, but like not for others. Can you stick this on the top of the iPad so I don't have that disappear?
Welcome in, Happy. Happy says happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, Happy.
Are y'all going to Furlandia? Asks Lumi Fox.
I don't think so. As of right now, no. That may change as we get closer to Furlandia. We applied for their dealer's den. Furlandia has very small floor space available for their dealers area, which really limits the amount of dealers they're able to accept in the first place. And then in order for our business to be functional and profitable at an event, we need a larger amount of space to sell our wares. We're a little too big for just one table at this point, unfortunately. And so we have to get at least 2 tables to a booth to sell our stuff. And so we have to apply for more room. And if we take up 2 tables, that means there was an additional artist that then would not get a table. And so I find that oftentimes Furlandia will choose to accept more dealers that take up less tables rather than less dealers that take up more tables because they're larger companies. So we were waitlisted at this time for Furlandia, but if that changes, it depends on when that changes as to if we have time to get our shit together and go. So I don't know, maybe not. I would say probably not, maybe.
It's not looking good, but if we're able to get out there, that'd be nice. As of right now, we are getting ready for Stratosphere, and then a month after that, we'll be going to AC.
I am super excited for both of those events.
Same. I'm gonna get a cowboy hat in Texas.
Hell yeah. Are we going to Anthrocon this year? Yes, we will be vending. We have a freakishly large, humongous booth at Anthrocon that we're pretty excited about. We have an end cap booth, so not only will be easy to find, but our booth is also 21 feet across. That's huge. I'm still figuring out what to do with all that space. I got my graph paper and I'm working on stuff. But yeah, no, we'll be there. Definitely come visit us. Where did the name Spilt Grape Soda come from? Honestly, I feel like everyone thinks there's a fun story. There isn't a fun story. I just thought it was silly.
Ooh, our talented artist friend,
Which
Similio,
one?
is back. That sent us the cool graffiti art stuff. They said your dress is fabulous.
Oh, thank you. It's a skirt and a top. It's so cute. I really love this outfit. I've got my fun little tights that have cherry blossoms on them because it is spring, and then I have cute little cinema roll socks on, and they've got ears, and then I've got a little cute little gamer skirt, and then I have this super cute Kirby top that I felt worked. I'm really happy with how this looked. It feels very spring has sprung, and that was the goal. And you know spring has sprung because I'm getting absolutely fucking nailed by allergies right now. That's why I sound
a little bit like this, and I sound a little funny.
Is because the allergies are just like grabbing me by the collar and just repeatedly punching me in the kidney over and over. So I'm having a rough time. I wake up every morning and it's like nosebleed. It's like, ah.
Happy says your skirt is killing me, dude. You look adorable. This is the vibe.
Thank you. I'm channeling my inner you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, how can I be more like happy today? How can I find the sickest of vibes and articulate the most silly, whimsical joy? How long have I been doing this? So, me personally, I started this company. I have been making fursuits since 2018. I used it to pay my way through college, and then when I graduated college, I hired on Dylan and Darby a couple of months after I graduated. And so Dylan and Darby have been working this job since November of 2022, which is crazy. This is 2025, and so shit, like, that's crazy. You guys have been working for me since 22.
Yeah?
That's nuts. So yeah, no, they've been working for me since 22. I hired Lauren in 23. And then more recently, I hired a part-time college student who goes to the college that's right down the road from us. And then I also was able to hire on my mom to handle all of my books and numbers and shit. So that's been nice. That's been nice. I'm so happy with how these turn out. This little feet paw pattern kind of goes hard.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan.
It's really about distributing that polyfill just right.
Yeah, and I'm having a strange toe.
Oh no. Weird toe. Are you like overstuffing or something?
Nope. Regardless if it's there or not, that line is like, here, I'll show you.
Because they look a little overstuffed to me.
Uh-huh. That's because if you even take out all of it, what's going on here? That's why I kept adding stuffing to it.
You want me to go after it?
Yeah.
So what are you making? Right now, we are adding stuffing to a bunch of slim feet paws that we've been sewing up over the past few weeks. We kind of do everything in here very assembly line style. And so we'll cut out and sew a bunch of toes. And then after the toes are sewn, we'll sew up a bunch of legs. And then once all of the legs are sewn, we'll sew the toes to the legs. And then it kind of happens in chunks. And so now we have a bucket of all finished sewing, flipped right side out, flat, lifeless feetsies that we are adding stuffing to. These are our slim style feet. And normally when we go to conventions, because this is all for like convention stock, when we go to conventions, we bring just our standard feet paws. And we haven't brought our slim feet paws before. And we all in the office really love our slim feet paw pattern and think it just hasn't found its right audience. And so we're hoping that by bringing some slim feet paws to our next couple of conventions that we vend at, that they will find the people they are meant to find and people will fall in love. What will you be selling at Anthrocon? We will have so many like merchandise options. We've got the pins and the stickers, and we'll have bumper stickers. We'll have clothing. We'll have a couple of different types of eye blanks. We'll have some different types of eye mesh. We're also going to have, of course, like fursuit parts. So we'll have feet paws and hand paws and a metric shit ton of tails. I don't know if I said clothing already. We're gonna have clothing. A few different types of clothing. You know, we'll have t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops. We'll also have varsity jackets. And then we will likely have some pre-made suits. It's tough because the month before we're hitting Stratosphere in Texas, and we're gonna bring the pre-made suits to that one. And then if they all sell, I physically am not capable of making a bunch more pre-made suits in less than a month to take to another convention.
In between conventions, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not capable of that, unfortunately. I wish I was. I'm not. But so maybe We will have pre-made suits at Anthrocon, but also maybe not. Are you making any full suits as of right now? Yes, I have 2 full suits that I'm working on. I'm working on a digigrade full suit, and I'm working on a plantigrade full suit.
Man, we got some people that are far away. It's like midnight. It's 1 a.m. for Similio.
Wow.
Cairo says, hello, I was making hand paws yesterday. I was about halfway done with one of them. Big inspiration from you guys.
Aww.
Keep it up.
That's so exciting. Making hand paws is so hard, dude. I'm so proud of you. Did you design your own pattern for the hand paws, or are you using someone else's pattern? I remember when I first started making fursuit parts, I was using the Fursuit's hand paw pattern. I really like it. To this day, I think it's a great pattern. All right, I am content.
Timing works out well for Happy, they said. It's right in the middle of their workday always, so we just get to make stuff together.
I'm glad that it works out for the both of us. Beautiful. Now, I really love these feet paws. I think they're super comfortable to walk in because they're more similar to the width of your actual feet. But then on top of that, I think dancers, like fursuit dancers, would really love this style of feet paws.
It's the exact market, I think. It's
fursuit dancers and
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That's our market. Fursuit dancers and cat girls. Please hit us up. What does SPH stand for on your website? That is a question that I cannot answer on stream, but if you read the context around that acronym, I think you may be able to infer what it means.
Do you have to pay a fee for using the design, like some sort of copyright, like for our feet paws and stuff? I did my own pattern and I'm going through hell with the paw pads. I don't have a sewing machine or an embroidery machine. Wow.
I think that's where a lot of makers start out. I know that's where I started out.
Definitely difficult stuff.
Yeah, it's not a blast. And it's very time consuming. How much would the pre-mades be at conventions? That is a really great question that I do not currently have the answer to. I price them when they're done, and it's kind of based on like how they turn out, how they come together, what was hard about different aspects of the suit, you know? So I don't have exact numbers for you at this moment in time, but I will say our pre-made suits tend to sit anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000, and they will come with a head, hand paws, and a tail. I really like your style of art on the suits, so clean and cutesy. Thank you, I appreciate it. I feel like when I was like starting to make suits, one of the things that I really struggled with is like a sense of style. And it's like, how do you achieve like a sense of style? How do you make something? How do other makers make their suits in a way that when I see them like out and about and I've never seen that particular suit by this maker before, I'm still able to go, that suit was made by so-and-so, right? It's like, how do I achieve that? And it's one of those things that you just kind of stumble into. There is no like intentionality with it. You just kind of find the way that works, and that eventually kind of self-develops into a style. And I'm very happy with where mine turned out.
Because we don't have music on our
Yeah, streamed. Can you guys like hear music on YouTube and Twitch? I'm not sure.
Oh gosh, if you can't, just reset the volume. Apologies to headphone users.
On your paw pattern, there are...
What's going on?
I'm not sure what that word is. Something beans. Is there a really big difference from them? I am so sorry. I do not fully understand your question. And I think it is because I do not understand an integral part of it. Can you rephrase it, please? I'm so sorry. How much would a simple full suit commission cost? If you are wondering how much your project may cost, I highly recommend that you hop on over to our website and check out our price calculator. That'll give you like a rough gauge. Yo, thank you for all the likes. We super, super appreciate it. That kind of helps us go out into the algorithm. Welcome to the party. Pepperjack is queer AF. Thank you so much. I love your username. It's nice to see you. I hope your day is going wonderful. It is a uncharacteristically gorgeous spring afternoon here in Washington State. It's very sunshiny, hence why we've got all of our curtains closed. It was a little, I felt like a bug under a magnifying glass having them open. It's kind of cooking us. Our AC is really good in here. But I'm not sure that it's that good. Good enough to like perpetually have the windows open. Ooh, on your paw pattern, there's multiple paw pads. Is there a huge difference from the pads? I'm picking up what you're laying down. So no, I mean, it's just like style choice, you know? It's like, they're just slightly different shapes. They're slightly different looks. I know these ones have like a few different styles on them, right? This is our type
Let's try to
B style. This is our type A. Look at that, look at that. Those are so nice. Do I have a C somewhere? I don't know where these are. Oh, there's a C. And there's a...
I thought the speaker wasn't going to be a big problem, but we just spent all that time setting up gift alerts, and
then I have the type
hear
C here. So the A is the one where the beans don't touch, the B is the one where they touch like a little bit, and then the C is where all the beans touch. So it's just an aesthetic preference.
I got no idea.
Try to just like play one of the alerts just as a test. You can just click if you go to our sound alerts. How should Dylan harass you guys today with obnoxious noises?
Ooh.
Oh, this one's good.
Okay.
So they do work. They do work. Because we had one earlier on.
Music's back.
Hey, the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, they casted spells
they casted
and they
spells
fixed it.
for us.
Shout out to Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
I wonder how loud the speaker sounds on the YouTube and Twitch end.
How would you rate the breathability of your suit heads? And how clear would you say speaking is? I think that speaking is pretty darn clear in our suits. I've been told that our suit breathability is very, very good. I actually haven't worn my suits for like long periods of time, or any of like my recent suits for long periods of time. I just kind of like briefly try them on in different stages of the process to make sure they fit correctly. But I've been told from my clients that the breathability is very, very good. What gives the alert, says Arda, the person that was very generous last time.
We have a lot of alerts.
We set up probably 25 different gift-related alerts. I think we started at a higher like coin minimum, so we don't have 20 minutes of cat meows this time around. So we have a slightly higher minimum. Should I tell them like what the sounds start at? I think that's probably fair. Yeah. I think our
like,
cheapest is 99 coins.
99, yeah.
And we went through and selected a bunch of different gifts that we tend to see more often in streams. There's like so many more gifts than I thought there was, but we went through together and picked ones that we see commonly appear both on our stream and on other streamers' stream. And so we have sound alerts starting at $99 coins, a different variety of gifts at those price points, and then up from there. We do not have a gift or an alert set to every gift. That is going to take a lot of time, and we'll get there. We'll go through and spend the time doing that. It is just monotonous. It took us quite a bit of time to set up what we set up this morning. So that is what I can tell you. Dylan has forbade me from sharing any exact details on what gifts have what sounds.
I feel like some of them are pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can at least put some out there.
Okay, Dylan, I will allow you to disclose.
I feel like we made the cowboy hat much less obtrusive.
Yeah, we made the cowboy hat different. It is less obtrusive. We put more obtrusive noises at higher price points. Do you want to just pull up the list and take a peek and throw him a couple of bones, if you will?
That was really loud. Should we turn some of these down?
I feel like we can just turn the speaker down a little bit.
But I'm worried about our TikTok viewers' poor ears. Imagine you got your volume on 3 because you're like trying to hide the live stream from your parents, and then it just screams Shadow Wizard Money Gang at you at like an insane volume.
Wait, can we briefly mute our speaker, like on the keyboard? On your keyboard, hit the, and then I will turn this up very briefly, and then see how loudly a sound comes through on here.
I feel like this was very loud. We'll just test that again.
Yeah. Okay, so it does come through our speaker directly. It doesn't come through TikTok. Okay, so it comes through our speaker, and then our mics pick it up. So I think it's fine. We can turn down our speaker if need be, but.
Oh, some of these are so loud.
Oh no, my soup. There we go. How long does it take to make a furry head? We mostly do partial. Perfect. I think we maybe need to like turn down our speaker a little bit because we went through and balanced all the noises, right? So we can do that right here. There we go. That's probably.
Now test something, but do not do the top one. Like.
I don't know where the cat was. Where the cat was?
Oh, it's hand hearts.
There we go.
Oh gosh.
That's less obtrusive. I think that's fine.
You guys now know
I think
what
that's
the cat
fine.
meow is. Have fun with
Perfect. All right.
I love your guys' fursuit style. It inspires me so much. It's very cute. I'm making a fursuit. I wanted to ask if you guys any tips for furring.
Ooh. For furring what? Like attaching fully sewn fur to the head? Is that your particular question?
How'd you find it already?
You found the metal pipe play art, and thank you for the galaxy.
Nuts.
I appreciate it.
That's crazy.
They will be found.
You're on there. Be very careful.
Sorry, I got interrupted answering your question on how long it takes to make a furry head. So generally, we make suits that are like partial suits, and it takes us anywhere between 250 to 300 hours of labor to finish a suit, right? So those aren't like.
No.
How are you finding all of these so quickly?
Thank you for the hand heart. We really appreciate that.
So happy I got to get a recorder.
I like that one a lot. That one's so funny. We picked out some like really great sounds.
Oh no.
We spent what, probably over an hour doing that this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which really is just listening to a lot of memes for an hour. It's crazy what my job is.
I love your patterns. Thank you so much. We super appreciate it. I'm going to bring up our screen again so we're ensuring that we can be in frame. So unfortunately, we don't currently have any suits available for sale, but we are...
That's my favorite.
Yes!
Ooh, we should
thank
show
you
off our
so much for
nails,
the money
dude.
gun. We super appreciate that. Oh
We
yeah,
got our
Dylan
nails
and
done.
I went and got our nails done.
Yeah.
And we are matchy-matchy. Very exciting. Yo! Thank you for the game console, Tiny. We appreciate you.
Shadow Wizard.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. That's great. That's great.
I didn't think I'd hear that one today. Thank you. That's
Dylan's
why I played
like,
it myself.
I really hope that we can hear this one. I really hope that we can hear this one.
So funny.
There we go. I managed to arrange it correctly. Wow. Yeah, I
it
think
was,
sometimes
struggling.
there's tough ones.
You want to pass me the pink one?
Dara.
Reference?
Dara. My brain reads that and it's like, and I'm so sorry. It's Adara. I Thanks, Adara. Adara. I'm gonna try so hard to remember that. I'm like embarrassingly bad at names. Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
We cast spells.
We love casting spells. What is the price range
pass me the
on
pink
your
foot?
fursuit heads? Fully made.
Can't tell you the last
So
time I
our
stuffed a slim.
heads start at 5,000 USD for like super simple, and then the price increases with the complexity of the project.
Every time the music skips, I'm like, what's gonna happen?
Jump scare.
Yeah. That'll be happening.
I gotta get some more fluff out. We just went to TFF 2025 with my daughter's new fursuit. So much fun. Aw, I'm so glad that you had a blast. TFF is a good one. We wanted to go to TFF, but we realized that their dealers applications opened like super early, which good for them, being preemptive, I love that. But we missed them. And so we do want to apply and be at TFF, but it will have to be next time around. I'm not sure if this has been asked, but do you do crowheads, specifically magpies? We definitely could. We have not done an avian-like style fursuit yet, but it is one of the things that we could do and would really like to do.
We love casting
We
spells.
love casting spells.
Hello, Willow Fluff. They said it's cool to see you live. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the party.
It's an odd day for us to be streaming.
Yeah,
so I'm
normally
glad you
we don't
made
do
it.
Thursdays. Where can I buy a large roll of upholstery foam? Your best bet's probably Amazon, if I'm being honest. You can get some decently sized pieces there. I have a question. Blah, blah, blah. Oops, answered that. Do you also ship in Europe? Yes. Absolutely. We ship all over the place. Will you ever do a tutorial for your regular Digipaws? I loved watching the Slim Digi ones. Probably not, being that they're... Hell yeah. Adara, thank you. Thank you for the corgi. Probably not, because the assembly of the standard Digipaws it's just very similar to the Slim Digis, and so it would be a little bit redundant. Hi y'all, welcome. What cons are you doing this year? Dylan, what cons are we doing this year?
Right now, we are 100% going to Stratosphere in June, and then we'll be heading to AC in July.
Chuckles, thank you for the heart puff.
And then we're, fingers crossed, hoping to head over to Megaplex. And we got our application in for that. And then when other applications open up for events throughout the later parts of the year, like MFF and stuff like that, we'll hopefully be heading out over there too.
I'd really like to do MFF.
Yeah, I
That
really
was so much fun.
enjoyed that con, as hectic as it was. And we had a lot of fun in Chicago. We should absolutely make sure we plan a couple extra hours in Chicago again.
Do you guys ever do refurbs? More so, refurbs. Unfortunately, refurbishments are not something that our team offers. We will work to do light refurbishments. on some of the suits that we've made that are a little older. We also offer repairs to our direct clients. But when it comes to like doing refurbishments on other makers' suits, that's unfortunately just not something that we have time to do. We're pretty booked up. We're really busy all the time. Great problem to have, but kind of puts a damper on doing new and different things. I was wondering if you have techniques for re-gluing the lining and feet paws. Like, did your lining come up from the bottom of the feet paws that you originally installed it on? I think probably your best bet is to like hit it with like a heat gun or a hair dryer to like re-soften that glue and do your best to scrape most of it off and then just reapply hot glue. What makes someone a furry? That's a really good question. I think furry is a very, very broad term that encompasses a lot of different like subsects. Furries at like their very base form, it's just defined as a fan of anthropomorphic animals. Anthropomorphic is a term used to mean when we give human characteristics to non-human things, right? So think of like the bravest toaster or whatever that one is, the brave little toaster, you know, where it's like they gave the toaster eyes and the toaster talks and goes on adventures or whatever happens in the toaster movie. So that is a toaster given human characteristics, which makes it an anthropomorphized toaster. Furries, like when we apply human characteristics like talking, being bipedal, stuff along that like trend to animals, right? So furries are just people that are fans of anthropomorphic traits applied to animals. But there's like a lot of different ways that people like enjoy furry, right? There's people that are like consumers in the fandom that commission artists and have like a persona, and they like draw like to get drawings of their character like paid for by or paid for from artists. There is people that draw and create their own stuff. There are the artists in the fandom. There are people that have a character and have a fursuit of that character, which is what we do. Is we make fursuits, right? So we're a part of like the creative side of the community that produces and manufactures costumes. But no, there's like so many different like subsects of furry. There's a huge demographic of car furries, you know? I didn't realize this, but there's like a massive demographic of like CAD radio furries, which is so cool. No, there's like so many people that enjoy furry in so many like different, unique, fun ways, but at its very base, it's just someone that enjoys anthropomorphized animals. Do you have an Instagram? Yeah, we are Spilt Grape Soda on Instagram, on Twitter, on pretty much all mainstream social media platforms.
If you're currently viewing us over on TikTok, you should head on over to YouTube or Twitch if you want a wider screen. And I'm here to chat with you guys. I'm replying to people in the comments and stuff. Should be a little bit easier to see The Office. And it's both Spilt Grape Soda on YouTube and Twitch. That's where all the cool kids hang out.
Dylan is a little biased. He does enjoy our YouTube and Twitch followers. Are you making more tails and paws? I believe you're out of stock. So we generally don't carry stock anymore of like pre-made fursuit parts on our online stores. We really only do custom fursuit parts online, and that's mostly because we are going to a lot of conventions and selling at a lot of conventions, and so it makes the most sense for us to just take our items to conventions, and what doesn't sell at one convention will produce more stock and take the not sold items to the next convention. So we don't offer like pre-made items online so much, but I'm never saying that's never going to happen, but likely it's not common for us. But Convention stock is what we're working on currently, but if you do want items like this, we offer custom on our website. I love your Stompy 2.0 paw pattern. Mine turned out wonderfully. Hell yeah. No, we absolutely love doing fursuit paws and designing patterns and stuff. We're actually, Lauren's in the background working on a draft of our newest pattern right now. It's a possum feet paw pattern. It is ultra cute. It's got 5 toes instead of our normal 4 because possums have little tiny thumbs. I'm really excited for it. Do you prefer detailed refs? Just asking for the future. Definitely more information is more better, but don't do stuff like shading or anything because that only like obscures what I'm able to see. Do you have any tips for new furries who plan to buy their first fursuit? Do your research. If you are choosing to get a custom fursuit, make sure that you really look like at your maker and look at past client experiences. Look at their current like available queue online. Like, are they publicly sharing their queue, or are they like taking a bunch of clients and then have like God's eternal fucking horrible backlog of clients? And it's like, you're never ever gonna even see your fursuit. You're just gonna throw your money into a deep dark hole. Do they have happy clients? Are they regularly putting out work? Are they professional online? All of these things are important to check out. If you are buying a pre-made suit, a lot of the same stuff, just check to see like other clients who've bought suits from them recently. Are they happy? If you're buying like a used suit, ask for lots of pictures. Ask if it comes from like home with pets. If you have concerns about like pet dander being like an allergen issue, ask if they smoked around or in the suit, whether that is like lettuce, gardening, or tobacco or something like that. So just ask if they smoked around the suit at all. Ask if they're like the first owner. Ask why they're selling it, ask if it's in good condition. All the normal stuff that you'd ask anyone selling a used item. Do you announce on Instagram for commissions? Yes, we post everywhere when we are getting ready to open for custom work. We currently don't have an estimate on when we will be back at the custom work game. After we finish with our current round of clients, we're going to take a little bit of a breaky break and work on producing some free educational content on YouTube that we're pretty excited about. Will you be at AC? Yes, we will have a humongous booth at Anthrocon. It'll be an end cap. I don't know exactly where we are yet. We haven't gotten those deets, but as soon as I know, you guys will also know.
Do you have any tips for attaching the ears to the rest of... For attaching the ears and then sewing the face together? I appreciate the rewording.
You're gonna find that a ladder stitch is your best friend in that, because you have to be able to hide your stitch inside. And so I would glue your ears down and then glue the face down as 2 separate items, and then go through and attach them with a ladder stitch. Getting the stuffing just right in feet paws is so fucking tedious, but it's so important. You gotta make sure the stuffing's even. You gotta make sure it's in the right place. Not too much, not too little. I feel like Goldilocks. All right, a little more stuffing down there. The eyes you make are top notch. I got some for my hyena and they're absolutely stunning. I'm so excited that you love them. When I started making suits, there were just, I hated painting eye mesh. It was such a pain. It was so difficult, and I felt like I couldn't ever get it to turn out right, which was really frustrating. And so I was really excited because I had a lot of people ask me, like, can I get custom painted eye mesh from you? Because after a while, I got pretty good at it because I had to do it a lot. And I had people asking, can I get custom painted eye mesh from you? And it was so time consuming. I'd have to charge them an egregious amount of money, which didn't seem fair to me. And so... Thank you so much, Romans Empire, for the hand heart. We really appreciate you.
Oh no.
No, and so I had a lot of people that are like, hey, I hate painting eye mesh. Can you make eye mesh for me? And I was like, the amount I would have to charge you for the time it takes me is obscene, and that doesn't make sense. And so I started researching different ways that I could sell eye mesh to people that was easier to produce, and I didn't have to hand paint it. And I looked into getting sublimation and like printing done, and I was able to get it done at a cost that was accessible and realistic, and now I'm able to sell it to other people who also hate painting eye mesh as much as I did when I started. She doesn't have a father. You got me. You got me. Don't look at my page. Don't look at my page with videos of my dad.
About that, yeah.
Don't look at him. Made a new pair of arm sleeves to replace the ones I lost, and now I'm working on DigiFeet. Hell yeah, that's so exciting for you. I love making DigiFeet. I think they're definitely one of my favorite parts to make.
Whoever was just coughing, unless it was Darby. They've been coughing too much, bro.
Yeah, it could be Darby.
I swear.
Dying back here.
Darby and I are the ones getting absolutely hit by the pollen in the air right now. It is rough, man. Here we go. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, here you go. Here's that pair.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I get to put like one handful of polyfill in, and then I have like 4 questions over here. And then I
Isn't that fun?
type to everyone, and then I come back and I get one more hand of polyfill in, and then I have more questions. And then
Very nice.
I get yelled at by TikTok gifts. What an experience.
It's balanced. So do you like dye sublimated eyes or printing out eyes, right? We specialize in dye sublimation in this office. We offer 2 different types of eyes on our website shop. We have a cheaper, more accessible option with a bunch of like pre-printed like sizes and colors and all of that stuff, but it is set within those options. And we're able to offer that type of mesh because we outsource the printing of it. And so we get delivered giant, huge rolls of mesh with our eyes printed on them, and we're able to cut them up. And because we order those in really big bulk, we're able to offer them for a significantly cheaper price. The technique used to sublimate on that type of mesh is a technique that's really common in large-scale printing, and that technique is called UV dye sublimation. Doing UV dye sublimation takes humongous machines, and the type of mesh that is utilized in that type of sublimation doesn't always play well, and especially in this case, with heat sublimation, which is sublimation that is more accessible on a smaller scale, and that's the type that we do in office on all of our suits. And so there is a material that we use for our eye mesh, and it's called PVC mesh, and we import it from overseas, and we get it in big fat rolls from overseas. They're really heavy, and they always get shipped to me in like a wooden crate. I feel like I'm ordering, I don't know, like in cartoons when there's like wooden crates on like cargo ships. That's kind of what it feels like, is I get cartoon packages. And so I get these huge wooden crates that I have to like take my screwdriver to open up. And we get these big fat rolls of this type of mesh, and that mesh plays really, really well with heat-based dye sublimation. And so that is the mesh that we utilize to custom make all of our suits' eyeballs, and that is something that you can also order on our store. It is quite a bit more expensive than our pre-printed standard mesh that we have available, but I will say it's higher quality mesh. it's definitely more expensive for me to buy and import. And it's a little bit heavier duty, and I like the vision out of it quite a bit more.
On? Thank you, Restream, for tapping where I tell you to. It's like when you have to alt-tab in a League game. That's kind of the effect I was having right there.
What is Grape's species? So Grape is our mascot. She is a baby Yinglong dragon, which is a like Chinese like water and rain dragon. And I really liked them when I was younger, and I decided to make a furryified adaptation of that creature, and she is currently our mascot. Do you have any tips for starting a business and getting yourself out there? I think one of the things that people often scoff at when it comes to like marketing and businessy stuff that's often overlooked or not thought about is the subconscious experience that people have while online shopping. And a lot of that subconscious experience is tied to the way items are presented to buyers. And that has to do a lot with like photography. And I think one of the biggest, like most important things in product photography is good lighting and good editing. I think angles are also really important, and being aware of how your light falls on your subject and simultaneously the angle you're taking the photograph of. And it's like you're photographing the same item, and that could be the best item ever, right? But someone photographing that same item who has a nicer, more well-established like photo of it versus someone who just took a shitty iPhone picture and uploaded it with garbage lighting, people are going to overlook that immediately. You need to catch eyeballs with your work. So I think my biggest recommendation for getting eyes on your work is to be conscious about photography and lighting. Just wanted to stop by and say thank you for the hard work. I hope that, thank you for the hard work, and I hope to get one in the future. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I feel very lucky that this is the job I get to do every day, and the pleasure is all mine.
Got a 45-minute warning for everybody enjoying the stream, just to let you know. I've already been going for over an hour lately.
Wow. What fursona are you making? We aren't making a particular fursona with these feet paws that we're working on. We're just kind of making a bunch of pre-made feet paws as convention preparation items. How accurate would you say your colors are to ref sheets? It super duper depends. The unfortunate thing is, while we have come a long way in the fur textile industry, not every color is available in a fur. And I feel like a lot of clients will be like, but I found this one fur that appears to be the perfect color. It is simultaneously about the fur color and about the quality of the fabric that's also very, very important. And so there's definitely tricky aspects to selecting materials that align with different colors, because sometimes the colors just simply don't exist. And so it really depends. It's different from suit to suit. Sometimes we could get a super ringer and all of the colors are available and it looks perfect. And then other times we have to slightly shift the palette a little bit so the colors all complement each other better. I love your work. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you think?
Breathed in a tiny piece of fur.
I don't want to listen about that. Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
It's a little tough. There's a wee bit of crunchiness in the toesies. These are hard though because they're so small.
I was about to say, it's not meant for people
With big hands.
Yeah.
No, I got
that's
you.
not me,
Do we have
but-
like anything else that needs to be done? I'm not super sure.
Well, this needs to be done.
Let's try to see if we have something scaled slightly larger that might be easier for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I'm,
Yeah.
cave diving or something over here.
How do you wash the paw and the head if they get dirty? So we recommend for heads anyways that you utilize a little green carpet cleaner with just your favorite laundry detergent, cold water, no fabric softener. For the feet paws, all of our feet paws are machine washable. Different from maker to maker. What works for our stuff may not work for your stuff. So all of our feet paws are in fact machine washable. And because of this, we just recommend that you put them in a garment bag. That's one of those mesh kind of laundry bag things, a zippable garment bag. And then you can just toss them in the washing machine and wash them on a cold, gentle cycle, again, with your favorite detergent and no fabric softener. Beyond that, if you're at a con and you scuff them up against the escalator or something that gets that yucky grease on it, I recommend using Folex to spot clean. It is a lifesaver. How often in a year do you open customs? Or is it every few years or just when you feel ready? Yeah, we don't have super structured openings. It's kind of just when I feel like it. I get to a close on the previous set of commissions, or I get close to being at a close, and then I decide if I want to take clients or if I want to have some time away from doing custom work and I want to do some other stuff. So there's not a whole lot of consistent schedule to it. I kind of just follow the whims of my heart. And the whims of my heart in particular are never bite off more than I can chew. And so when we do open, it is small openings where we only take 3 to 5 people. Black Rose Girl, welcome to the party. It's nice to see you. The beans. I know, they're looking really good. They're very crispy. They're very nice. I love indoor feet paws. Indoor feet paws are my passion. Do you experiment with different head shapes? Yeah, so we cast all of our models or all of our foam bases out of molds that we 3D print. We have a bunch of different shapes of head bases. I think we have 3 different canine ones. I think we have 2 out of the 3 in use right now. So we do have a few different shapes. And we also will, if we get a client where we have a base shape that's similar but needs adjustment, we will work on that base to customize it. We also we work with Seri Studios, SERE Studios, because they are the blender god far more than I am. And so we work together with Seri Studios to model our bases in 3D, and then they model the molds and everything, and then we print them out on our end. And so if we were to take a client that had a suit design or a creature that was too dissimilar to any of the bases that we currently have, and we have a lot of bases, then we would commission Seri to design us another base.
You want to text Derek? It's 80 degrees in there right now.
It's 80 degrees
I was
in
like,
here?
why am I feeling very warm right now?
Okay.
That's a risk we got to take, man. We know what we signed up for.
Just wait.
It's pretty toasty. I run a little cold, so sometimes I don't notice. Wow. Okay.
And we'll finish it up.
I think I want to mess with it a little bit. Hang on. Let me finish this thought.
No worries, it's just for you.
What's up, stream? How you guys doing today?
There we go. Perfect. All right. Whoa. Messing around with a new pattern. This is our possum feet paw pattern this is our first draft of. We're working on the shapes and messing around and seeing what we like. It's definitely a process. Yeah, I think I want to mess around with that a little bit later and see what kind of shape editing I can work on.
New pattern teaser. Ooh, new foot. Ooh.
It's definitely making patterns is like a long-winded process.
Mm-hmm. My brain does not work like that. Tiny asked if he could commission me to do his homework, and so I told him I can fail your homework for you if you want, and if you want to pay me for that, sick. But
Oh dear.
that guy's got some monotonous homework.
Yeah, no, I've seen your homework. It doesn't look
It's
fun to me.
really unfun.
Adara, thank you for the heart me. I super appreciate it. Have you ever done flesh suits? No, I've never done one, but I do like them. I think they are pretty darn neat.
Thanks.
Thank you for the hat and mustache, Adara. We super appreciate it.
going to ask if you had done an opossum before. Is there a face that will be done with that? Asked one of our viewers.
We have made an opossum. I think you can see it on our website. I'm not sure if I actually ever posted videos of it. Why have you forsaken me? Why are you weird?
Yeah, some of these are just, not only is it like kind of tough with how it's shaped sometimes, but it's also
Yeah.
then like trying to push your hand through like a small concrete, hole that you see in the side of like a building in New York, and man, it's rough.
I'm gonna come back to this one.
Why am I getting all the weird ones? That was the one I passed you, right? They're all weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I just have normal feet?
I made your slim digigrade feet paw pattern a few days ago. Really amazing pattern. Thank you. I super appreciate it. Yep, I need to mess with it in more detail with more focus later.
Have you done a moth fursuit before? Trying to find a fursuit maker that could commission for a moth partial.
I've not done a straight up moth, but I did a moth like coyote hybrid, but it was certainly more coyote than it was moth. But I would love to do a moth, but I have not made one yet. I have not done any insect style suits before. Do you sell the paws on their own? And if you do, how much are they for a custom? And in, I think that is pounds or euros, or I'm not sure. We do sell custom feet paws. I would recommend checking out our website store. It's going to be spiltrapesoda.com. And there is different like price amounts for different like levels of customization and things that you want. And there's an automatic currency converter on there. So I just recommend checking that out. Yo, Pepperjack, thank you for the dolphin. I really appreciate it. Actually, I don't know if our website store does global shipping. Does Squarespace do global, or do we just have it set to the US?
I believe it's global, but
if
I
it's
also
not
cannot
global,
guarantee that.
Check out our Etsy, which has all the same stuff. Also, what style of suit is this? It's just toony, you know? It's just toony style. Oops. The lung
That's not a
collard.
TikTok noise.
There we go.
Yeah.
Do you have a clippy box? Can I have the clippy box, please? Thank you. Where? It's very beautiful. Is it a custom? No, it's actually a pre-made suit. It is a pre-made. It's just it's been one of our like super back burner like suits that we've been using to teach some of our Patreon classes, so we're taking our time on it.
Finally. Normal toes. That one was much easier to get shaped.
How much are you putting a suit like that up for? This one's probably going to be 8,000 USD by the time it's done. It'll have like horns that are removable. You can't see the sockets for the horns right now, but I have Velcro sockets under here and humongous horns that'll sit in them that can be removed. It'll have really cool like ears, and the inner ears are going to be like really embroidered and funky. It'll have hair pieces. It'll have all kinds of fun stuff.
Hello, Jinxbug. Welcome to the stream. Found the opossum on your site. It's so cool and beautiful. I love it so much. Thanks for checking out the website. Much appreciated.
When are y'all planning to open commissions again? We don't have any current set in stone plans. After we finish up with this current batch of commissions, we're actually going to take a break from custom work for a while so that we can focus on like learning some new stuff and producing educational content for free on YouTube.
Have you ever made a dragon suit?
I've made a few dragons. I've done a handful of Dutch Angel dragons, and then I've also done a sea dragon.
There's more stuffing above the toes like this part than I was expecting.
Your fursuits are cute. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We gotta see if there's a way to turn those automatic Apple camera reactions off, because every once in a while it'll think that I gave the thumbs up and just have a thumb up bubble pop up massive in the middle of my screen.
Every time it pops up on the Mac, I mash the button to turn it off, and it never ever turns off. It does nothing, and it's been that way for weeks.
Nice. That's so handy. I'm so glad I have that feature. What a handy feature.
And I'd love to like reach out to Apple support for that, but last time we sent them an entire diagnostics report, they said, we'll get back to you.
And then nothing happened. Beautiful. Poor Darby. Plague.
Love watching you work on suits.
I know! I feel so bad! You're so crunchy!
You can hear me in the background just gagging, rotting.
Yeah, pollen's been crazy these past few days.
I comment a lot. Yeah, sometimes it's hard when we're in the middle of busy stuff. And I try to respond to you guys a little bit more individually on here through text. And check out what's been going on.
I can't believe how good your fursuits are. I really want to buy one, but my wallet is $1. That is so valid. Don't worry about it. We are here to help you make your own. We have so many tutorials and patterns and all that jazz. And we're also just here to hang out. So don't feel bad if you cannot purchase one of our suits now. We will be here for a long time.
Currently, all of our tutorials, Kairu, are on individual parts and pieces for patterns that we've made and stuff like that. Not necessarily like by species or anything. Someone just keeps saying, "What did you call me?" Nothing.
What?
Pipe down, brother. No, I'm kidding.
Do you know, the best type of fabric is to use when making. There's a lot of different fabrics to use when making. Specifically making what, and what part of what? Thank you guys for all the likes. We super appreciate it. We really do.
Let's see how that stuff's working.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty neat. Does it have toe beans? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hello, saw you at Anthrocon Northwest, stopped in towards the end of the Fursuit panel. Hope you enjoyed the panels.
We accidentally made a set of ivory toes, and so this foot is our singular ivory foot that we have. I own your sock paw pattern. What is the most ideal way to stuff it in order for it to keep its shape? I would recommend stuffing the toes individually. It has to be a relatively dense amount of stuffing, particularly in the very shapely regions in the toes. And then when you stuff around your, like where your foot is going to like sit, the more densely you stuff there, the more snug it will like fit around your foot.
Why do you like furry?
Because it's fun. It allows me to like make art my job, and I think that is pretty special.
Glad you enjoyed the panel. Hopefully it was fun with it being your first con, for sure.
First cons are always like simultaneously incredibly overwhelming, but like a lot of fun.
I don't even gotta turn around. I know Darby's back.
I almost went, I'm back.
I love the Kirby shirt. Thank you. I love Kirby.
Wow. The first two I grabbed, the toes were like, I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like this, yeah, this looks fine.
Perfect. All right. There's a little hole for us to fix here, and I'll mark that again when I finish our preliminary brushy brush. Checking out our seams, making sure they are looking good. Yeah.
That ivory pair looks nice. Has anyone been keeping up with the new Noxus show trailers coming out?
It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited.
I'm a fan of how Anthrocon looks. Pretty sick.
Anthrocon was like so spooky in that new trailer.
Yeah. And the cinematic for Marathon that Bungie just dropped.
That was also really crazy. I liked that one.
So good.
Perfect. All right. Find my little hole again. Mark my little hole with a clippy clip and set her aside. Okay. Oh, stuff another pink one. Yay. Alrighty.
It's hard to go wrong with black and white.
Right? It's so classy. I really like black and white feet. I feel like we always get asked for black and white everything at conventions. So we made sure to make some extra.
We usually sell them pretty quick, and then people are like, where's the black and white ones at?
It's like, oh, you just missed them. I feel so bad when someone's like, hey, do you have this color tail? And we had made it. We made it. And it sat all week. And then on Sunday, they go, hey, do you have this particular color? And it walked like 10 minutes before they showed up. It's like, oh no.
I'm so sorry. Came here to take a peek. Welcome on in. Y'all seen the new season premiere of The Last of Us? No, I've not watched any of The Last of Us. Welcome, Lexi. Expect a lot more of your tutorials being watched. Thank you, Kairu. Much appreciated.
Oh lordy, why is this on my feed? Do I need to hold your hand when I explain to you how an algorithm works? Or are you good on the hand holding? Let me know.
I'm sure if I went through your history, I could figure it out.
Yeah, thank you, Razzie, so much for all the roses. I super appreciate it. $67 roses. Thank you. We really do appreciate it. All the gifts that we receive go towards the employee snack fund, and then I show up and we get little treats for the gang. Yeah, nah, that's not how it works. I literally block every account that comes across like this.
Well, if you have so many in your block list, how does this keep happening to you?
Yeah, no, I think you do not understand actually how an algorithm works.
And why are there 75 other furries in my feed?
Sweet summer child. Sweet summer child.
I believe it's at the top of TikTok. If you look, there's some, and it says "for you" in really big letters. It's hard to miss.
Every single time I see this type of content on my feed, Razzie, thank you so much for the little game controller. I go in and I interact with it and I sit there and I watch it and complain for 2.5 minutes. Why? Why does TikTok keep showing me this stuff?
That's so funny. Hola, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. I hope you're doing well.
Have you ever done multicolor inside the ears?
Yeah, we've done a lot of like multicolored inner ears. Pepperjack, thank you for the heart puffs. We super appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta support the besties. Thank you. Mwah.
Try to follow the curvature of the toe in this thing. I can get like 2 fingers.
It's rough. These are not the most user-friendly to like stuff. I can grab a bunch more stuffing. Hex says, oh yeah, I get to tune in for the last bit. Yes, you caught us in our last
12 minutes.
12 minutes. We got 12 minutes until the end of the stream. And then we gotta bounce, but we'll be here until 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you guys have any questions in regards to our prices, I highly recommend that you check out our website. We have a price guide and a price calculator that can give you all of the information that your heart desires better than I could give it to you. We're at spiltgrapesoda.com.
Jose, I'm not quite sure what you keep asking. I've seen it. I'm not replying. So...
We have some confusion.
yeah. No.
All right. Ooh, ah. Beautiful. Fancy. How'd you come up with the name Spilled Grape Soda? There's honestly no fancy story behind it. I just thought it was cute and funny, and my mascot's name is Grape. Maybe I should come up with a story. I should make one up. It was a dark spring evening, and I was out having a picnic near the beach.
Yeah, no, there was one time that Grape saved my brother from a burning building, and then as they were running outside, they kind of slipped, and and they were like, "Oh no, spilled grape soda, no!"
Grape took a spill
Mm-hmm.
on
But
soda.
in honor of Grape and their heroic actions, that's
Real,
That's
true,
how
and
that
based. Thank you for your service, Grape.
chill day today.
Yeah, laid back. I dig it.
It's not what I was expecting when we started the stream off with metal pipes cleaning, so it's nice. You got any plans for this weekend?
I might do some Easter stuff with my family.
Is it Easter this weekend?
I don't know.
It's Easter this week.
They just said they have a ham, and I like ham.
I don't like ham.
I'll pull up for ham.
Oh, cool. Easter is Sunday.
Wow.
That came up fast, didn't it?
Flip them around.
What is this movie? Translate that. Am I supposed to stand up and wait?
Oh no, someone shout out to the poor plague child in the back. That's Darby, our sick
Poor
plague
Darby,
child.
stricken with pollen affliction.
I live in Washington. Have you been enjoying the weather? I've been loving the weather.
It's been nice. Other than the pollen, not a fan of pollen. Other than that, weather's been really nice in Washington.
Recently, I moved, and now I get to wake up and look at the ocean in the morning, and my drive to and from work on days like this is so lovely.
Relatable, not gonna lie, I don't really do Easter. I just go for the food. Food is a primary motivation in most of the things that I do. Little treats are available. Count me there. RSVP.
I don't think besides me, there was once when I was like a really little kid, my neighbor was like, do you and your brothers want to like come paint eggs? I'm like, okay.
I love dyeing eggs. I will say that is the other Easter thing that I quite enjoy.
Once in my life, and besides that, I've never celebrated Easter.
Dyeing eggs is a blast. I might do that this year. That does sound like fun.
For me, it will be another Sunday.
Welcome to the party. Hi, it's nice to see you, Isabella.
I tend to get fake spring, and I love it. Yeah. I feel like it just keeps getting hotter earlier and earlier every year. It's probably not related to anything, but
No, probably a coincidence.
it just kind of happens. The
Sometimes
weather
it
goes
just
through
be like
natural
that.
cycles.
Ooh, 5-minute warning. Get out your last questions because in 5 minutes, we gotta bounce. The stream will be over.
This person would like us to name a furry to make a video edit of. I don't.
Worm,
Who?
gremlin, worm. Or yeah, no, the suit that gremlin has. I don't know their TikTok username. It's like orange-ish and long. It's very nice.
Why did fursuit makers need to have lives outside of streaming?
I know.
I'm sorry.
We should just labor continuously and never stop, and then always do it live.
Imagine being clocked in for a sleeping stream. That's hilarious. I'm doing my part. Takes a nap.
Do you guys take Apple Pay? Yeah, at cons we have devices that can do tap to pay and stuff.
And we're getting a whole barcode system
Hell
worked out. It's
yeah.
going to be nice.
Fancy! Is it possible to be immunocompromised and still go to cons? I think, I'm not your doctor. I do not know how immunocompromised you are, and so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But I would say, so long as you are taking proper precautions, meaning that you are like wearing an N94 mask and that kind of stuff, and that you are smart, I don't see why not. But I would consult with your doctor before you take advice from a random internet stranger who is not immunocompromised.
I want to say this stream has been a wonderful time consumer for me. Love you guys. Hope the pollen stops plaguing you. I'm doing great.
Yeah, Dylan and Lauren, feeling fresh. The pollen not affecting them. Me and Darby,
I'm getting bodied.
not having our best of days.
Superior genetics, Derek.
Yeah. Boss the Soup Frog. No, you joined 2 minutes before the stream's done.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Love the new ears. Thank you.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Very nice. Someone will love these. Perfect. How are you doing today? We're doing pretty good. What is this? We are a company who designs and manufactures fursuits. Did I just stumble upon a furry factory? Yeah, in the last minute of our live stream. Alright, there we go. It is the bewitching hour. It is 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is the end of our stream. We do stream every week. This is an odd day for us. The vast majority of the time we stream Wednesdays from 2:30 to 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. We are live on TikTok. We are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. All of these are great places to perceive us. But yeah, normally we're live once a week, and we absolutely intend to be live next Wednesday, and we hope to see you there. It's been real. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We'll see you next time we see you.
Bye, stream. You guys like my nails? Does it look good?